today. From Ford Field in Detroit.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4". They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Second down and inches.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We dominate today.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
So great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Javonte Williams
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Lions will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr. Carr now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And some room to work. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Harris running straight ahead. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Micah Parsons. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
It's brought in by Harris. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On third down, here's Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
On first down, Carr. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Carr. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On second and goal, Carr. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Here's Carr. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. They'll throw now on the final play.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This fielded right at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. They'll run again with Harris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now they'll throw with Carr. Drops it underneath to Gore. And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down. Now Carr.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To throw, it's Carr. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Rondale Moore
from 10 yards out.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level.
Point after try forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And just a yard to go here on second down. Here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr going to throw.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Carr to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Carr now to throw. Touchdown!
Garrett Wilson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Carlos Basham.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now left side on the swing pass. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going up top. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. Rashad Bateman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a final one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long.